With cold and flu season, COVID, and kids back in school, staying healthy and keeping our immune system in tip-top shape is top of mind for most of us. The good news is there's plenty we can do to naturally support our immune system. Let's get started. First and foremost, there's no one single food or drink that's going to totally prevent us from getting sick. When it comes to the flu or COVID, the best thing you can do for yourself is to get vaccinated. Additionally, practicing good hygiene like washing your hands, sanitizing high-touch surfaces, wearing a mask, and social distancing also helps, as does a healthy diet. In today's episode of Prep School, we're making 2 recipes that feature ingredients that support our immune system: a hibiscus elderberry tea and eggs and tomato sauce with spinach and chickpeas, which is delicious for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. So you may be thinking, why tea? And the truth is, anything that's going to help you stay hydrated is key here. Not only do we feel our best when we're hydrated, but hydration also plays a key role in trapping the bacteria and viruses that try to enter through our nose. And when our nasal passage is dried out, it can't trap that stuff that might make you sick. So whether it's plain old water, a fun tea like this, seltzer, whatever it may be, do what you can to stay hydrated this time of the year and all year. Okay, so what I have here is 8 cups of hot water, and to this, I'm gonna add a 1/4 cup of hibiscus leaves. So I'm gonna add them right in here. And these also impart a really beautiful color into the tea. You can already see it starting to seep out. I'm also gonna add a little honey just for a touch of sweetness. Of course, you can just leave this out if you don't want any added sugar in your tea. This is about 2 to 3 tablespoons here. Now, what I like about this recipe is that I can make a big batch at the beginning of the week and have some to sip on throughout the week. And you can have this cold, you can heat this up. It's just a fun thing to have on hand. Okay, after the honey, I'm going to add 2 cinnamon sticks, which smells so lovely. The recipe does call for goji berries, but I couldn't find any, so I'm actually going to use some elderberry. So this is about a 1/4 cup. We'll just give it a mix. You could easily use hibiscus tea bags and elderberry tea bags here, or goji berry tea bags, whatever you want. What we're gonna do is let it steep for about 25 minutes. That color is gonna get deeper, the flavor is gonna get more delicious. So if staying hydrated is the first step in helping to support your immune system, eating vitamin C rich foods is step number 2. So we get some vitamin C from the elderberries, and you also find vitamin C in citrus fruits like orange and lemon. And research strongly supports that while vitamin C can't prevent you from getting sick, it can help shorten the duration of how long you're sick for. So eating this regularly, especially during cold and flu season, can help you protective. And what we're gonna do is garnish our drink with some fresh citrus fruit. So I'm just gonna go ahead and slice up a lovely lemon here. Also do some orange too. So it feels easy to eat a lot of vitamin C in the summertime with all the fresh fruits that are available, but it's just as easy in the winter. Oranges, which are in season in the winter, are delicious, and frozen fruit is just as healthy as fresh. So don't forget about that. So while I clean up here, I'll tell you about another important nutrient, and that is zinc. Similar to vitamin C, zinc can help shorten the duration of a cold, and it does so by helping our immune system's white blood cells function at their best. So incorporating plenty of zinc-rich foods in your daily diet can also be protective. You can find zinc in animal proteins like oysters, beef, crab, lobster, as well as dark poultry meat. And you can also find it in beans, which is great for vegans and vegetarians, as well as dairy products like milk and yogurt. So similar to vitamin C, it's really easy to get enough from your diet, so there's no need to supplement. On the other hand, one immune supporting nutrient that's a little bit harder to get enough of just from food is vitamin D. So even in the winter, spending some time outside, about 20 minutes a day, is a great way to help your body make vitamin D. Plus, going outside is a great way to reduce our stress levels, which in turn can help support our immunity. As for the foods that we can get vitamin D from, it includes eggs, fatty fish like salmon, as well as items that have vitamin D added. They're also called fortified products. And that includes dairy items as well as dairy alternatives. So almond milk, oat milk, soy milk, they have vitamin D added in to help us get enough each day, as does orange juice. And that brings us to our next recipe, which is delicious for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Our eggs and creamy tomato sauce with spinach and chickpeas. It's delicious. So I'm gonna go ahead and get 4 cloves of garlic here. So what's nice about this dinner is it relies on a lot of pantry staples. So it's great when you're in a pinch. I usually always have a can of some type of tomatoes in the pantry. I usually always have eggs on hand, and if I don't have spinach, I tend to have some veggie that I can throw in, so it makes it really convenient. Okay, so we are just gonna slice this. Alrighty, garlic is sliced. Now we just need to roughly chop some spinach. So this recipe packs in the spinach. We need about 4 cups or 5 ounces, which is 1 container. I'm gonna maybe do a half of a container at a time and just give this a rough chop. So now that that spinach is chopped and the garlic is sliced, we're done chopping, which is amazing. It makes me love this dinner even more because it's so easy. And before we head over to the stove, I'm just gonna get a few more things ready. And I just have to open some cans, really. So these are some crushed tomatoes. And I only need 2 cups. 1. Okay, so there are my 2 cups of crushed tomatoes. And then we also need chickpeas. So I'm gonna go ahead and give these a good rinse under some cold water. So when we go over to the stove, we're also gonna need salt and pepper. We have a little bit of heavy cream, which goes a long way to add a silky, creamy texture to this sauce. And the regular high-fat cream is what we suggest. If it's too low in fat, the cream might curdle and you won't get that same silky sauce. So go ahead and go for your heavy cream here. And then I'm also gonna go grab some fresh thyme from the garden, and then that'll be it. So I will see you guys over at the stove. Okay, so I'm gonna turn my skillet on to medium heat. And I'm gonna go ahead and add 2 tablespoons of olive oil to my skillet here. Now that that olive oil is warm, I'm gonna go ahead and add in our garlic, as well as our big bowl of roughly chopped spinach. Now this will wilt down really quick, so all we have to do is stir for about 2 minutes. So the spinach is wilted way down, the garlic's starting to get a little bit of color and caramelization to it. So I'm gonna turn the heat to medium-low, and I'm gonna add in our chickpeas, and I will carefully add in our 2 cups of crushed tomatoes here. In goes a 1/4 cup of our heavy cream, as well as the salt. So once this mixture comes to a simmer, I'm just gonna adjust the heat so that it stays at a simmer. So just with my spoon here, I'm gonna make a well in the sauce so that the egg can kind of sit comfortably in there. And you can either carefully crack the egg without breaking the yolk directly into the skillet, or sometimes it helps to first crack the egg into a bowl and then pour it into the skillet from the bowl. So whatever will work for you, and we'll do that same thing for the other 3 eggs. And then last thing before we just let this sit and cook is I'm gonna add that fresh thyme on top. And now all that's left to do is wait about 6 to 8 minutes until those eggs are set, and then dinner is ready, or breakfast or lunch. This egg skillet looks delicious, it smells even better, and now is the time that we can head on back over to the counter and give it a taste. All right, here we go. This egg skillet smells amazing, it looks beautiful, and it's gonna be a really delicious dinner. Before I dig into my egg skillet here, I'm gonna pour myself some of this delicious Hibiscus Elderberry Tea. So what you'll do is want to strain all of the elderberry and hibiscus leaves before you pop it in the fridge, but for right now I'm just gonna pour myself a glass over some ice. That color, wow, is my gorgeous tea. And I have my beautiful oranges and lemons that I'm gonna garnish my glass with here. Yum. Wow, and there you have a gorgeous little afternoon drink. It feels like a nice mocktail, and it's just a fun way to stay hydrated other than plain old water. Cheers. Ooh, wow. That tastes really good. And the cinnamon really comes through. It tastes really nice with the orange. It's delicious. And the best part is I have a bunch to enjoy for the week. Now I'm gonna serve myself some of this delicious egg skillet. I'm gonna go for this one here. So I'm gonna scoop up one of those zinc-rich eggs and some of the silky sauce. Yum. And I am ready to dig in. It looks amazing. It's loaded with veggies. It's got ingredients that help support your immune system, like the vitamin C rich tomatoes, the spinach, which has vitamin A, the zinc rich eggs, and also the protein that you get from the chickpeas and the eggs. So all around, it is a winner, whether you're making it for brunch, breakfast, lunch, or dinner. You can't go wrong with this recipe. And now I'm gonna dig in. That beautiful yolk is still nice and runny. Wow, yum. I just love this recipe. The garlic, I love the kick of garlic. We use 4 whole cloves in this recipe. It tastes amazing. Yum, honestly, supporting your immune system has never tasted so good. In addition to staying hydrated, making sure you're incorporating lots of foods with vitamin C, vitamin D, and zinc into your daily diet can help support your immune system. That, plus getting adequate sleep each night, can really help. You can find these 2 delicious recipes on eatingwell.com, plus so many other recipes that will help support your immune system. Thanks so much for watching, happy cooking, and I'll see you guys next time on Prep School. Bye!